That is the only thing that is going to create change. More consciousness, number one, but us recognizing that by our very being, we create a space for things to change. The rules no longer apply in the way that they did. Now is the time to be the difference that you are. Now is the time to awaken the consciousness you are. Now is the time to go beyond and be beyond and live beyond this reality. Now is the space, finally. I realize one of the capacities we need to have as people who desire a greater future for this planet is actually killing energy. This idea of killing energy is something that you want to have available because basically it's like no more bullshit. Like, no, the buck stops here. No, you don't get to abuse me. You don't get to abuse other people. You don't get to control other people. You don't get to control and abuse other people and the planet. No, when you're willing to have killing energy, that is actually a choice that you can make. And it's actually required to truly have choice. When you have something that is going on that is not light, let's just put it this way. Here's another tool to add to your toolbox. Who or what can I kill that I'm not killing that if I killed it would change this? Who or what can I kill that I'm not killing that if I killed it would change this? And if you look at that, what you may not be killing might be a limited point of view. You might not be killing a structure that you have in place, like a particular relationship, for example. It's time for it to transform, but you got to kill it first as it was, and you're not doing it. And so now you're suffering. Holy shit. What I realize as I'm saying that and looking at that through your eyes and over the world is this is one of the big things that creates suffering for all of us, the unwillingness to kill things that no longer serve us. Now, I am not saying go murder people. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is killing energy is like if you have a point of view that you're stupid, for example. Well, what if you were willing to kill that point of view? Well, you're like, but how? Ask to kill the point of view. What can I be that will kill this? And what can I be that I haven't been willing to be that would allow me to kill this or that would kill this? What can I be that I haven't willing to be that would kill this? It's a different way of being with the energy of what is possible that if we were willing to have it would allow us to end the bullshit on the planet. One of the things we talk about in Access is choice creates, right? Well, what have you not been willing to be in the past? And what have you not been willing to kill that if you were willing to kill it would change this? Look at this for a moment. Right now, we have a world of sheeple, a world of people who act like sheep. Bah, bah. Okay, I'll go wherever you want. I'll do whatever you want. And a lot of us are looking at that going, what the fuck? How is this the case? How are people, number one, this stupid? How are they this unaware? But also, how is it that this many people are willing to follow insanity rather than kill it? And so, my question is what capacity for killing the insanity that if you claimed, owned, and acknowledge it would change our world in the next 6 to 9 months? What I realize, what I know, is that we can be something that changes the fabric and the basis of reality. Are you willing to just, even if you don't understand it, are you willing to say yes to being that, please? That is the only thing that is going to create change. More consciousness, number one, but us recognizing that by our very being, we create a space for things to change. And what's occurring right now is one of the awarenesses I got to several months ago was that now is the space. The space is now. And as near as I can tell, what that indicates to us is that the rules no longer apply in the way that they did. And that we have actually can function, the basis of reality can actually be from space rather than from judgment, from space rather than time, from space rather than contraction. Now is the space, finally. I have been looking to get to that being the case for at least 20 years and probably 4 trillion and 20 years. Okay. For a very long time. I wanted to let people know now's the time to wake up. Now's the time to be you. Now's the time to get conscious. Now's the time to be happy. Now's the time to enjoy your life. Now's the time to create what you know is possible. Now's the time to actually live. Now is the time to be the difference that you are. Now is the time to awaken the consciousness you are. Now's the time to go beyond and be beyond and live beyond this reality. When this came out, now is the time I was so excited because I'm like, hey, the world is becoming different. There's a different door that opened, and it did. And then when now is the space presented itself, I was overjoyed because I realized that things are going to change now faster than ever if we'll allow them to. If you don't allow them to, or if you try to hold on to something that's contracted, that's unconscious, that's an old way of being, you'll notice it really friggin' quickly and it'll get really intense. So, for any area in which you're having a struggle or a problem, just ask, what's the old thing I'm doing when there's a new thing available? Really simple question. What's the old thing I'm doing when there's a new thing available? Or what is the new thing available that I'm not choosing? A lot of you know I wrote a book called Being You, Changing the World. Notice that everything that I have been referring to is what you can be, what we can be, what you can be, what we can be, what you can be, what we can be. Why is this so vital that we get this? Because it's your willingness to be something that changes the world. I'm saying the first acknowledgement has to be that what you are willing to be is what creates the fertile ground for what is possible. What you are willing to be is what begins the change of every reality. What you are willing to be is the gift you offer the world simply by being. The question then becomes, what can I be that will change this? What can I be that will create this? What can I be that will actualize this? What can I be that will kill this? And what you be is something that actually has to be explored because we don't know what we be. There's no definition for being. We find out what we be when we're in a situation and we make a choice and we're like, oh, that made me so much lighter. Oh, I was in this situation and I was going to yell at this person, but instead I got really quiet and I asked a question and it changed everything. Ooh, that was so much lighter. That's me. That's why we give you at the very beginning what's true for you always makes you lighter. What is true for you as a being always makes you lighter. So it's an exploration. What you be is not a definition. What you be is not a program. What you be cannot be programmed or defined. So here we are, and it's like, oh, so wait a minute. What is it that I be? Anything that makes you lighter is when you're functioning from your being. You are the creator of your future, let's say. What that means is not that you're perfect and you're happy all the time about everything and your cat just died and you're totally okay, or any issues or any like weird shit in your head or problems or whatever. But what it means is rather than taking one leap into the abyss and just continuing to go down and never believing you have a choice, you'll take a leap into the abyss and then be like, wait a minute, I got choices. I got tools. That's what access gives you, is so many friggin' tools. And so you realize you have choices that are different and you have tools to change what looks like the reality you're experiencing. And so now it's a matter of, okay, what tool can I use to change this? From that perspective, you start to get more and more and more of you. And if you will choose more things that make you lighter, just little things that make you light, like each day, choose at least one thing that makes you light. I hope you choose thousands of things that make you light, but hey, at least one. And what happens is the more you choose these little things, and the thing that really elevates the quality of your life and the awareness of choice, the thing that takes you from being somebody who's the effect of reality to somebody who can affect reality, is tiny choices that add up over time. Tiny choices that add up and add up and add up. And one of the things that people that have done access classes and use the tools, I'll say to them, okay, what was your life like a year ago? Like, tell me. And they go, I can't. Everything is different. I'm like, yeah. But I said, okay, was that from one choice that you made? They're like, no, it's from thousands of choices, just tiny choices. Oh, that made me go into heaviness. I want to get angry. Wait a minute. Okay, what's the potency underneath that? Or what killing energy am I suppressing? By the way, when you get angry, a lot of times it may be a killing energy you're suppressing. Ask yourself that question: who or what do I need to kill in order to change this? Once again, that doesn't mean go murder someone. Okay, I'm just saying, I want to be very clear on that. Okay. What occurs then is you start to become aware of an energy that you were involved in, a space that you were part of and contribute to. You start to be able to perceive the earth even more than you have before. And I know for some of you, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, or maybe I'm filling in some of the blanks that you didn't know, um, or maybe flushing it out more energetically for some of you. But what starts to occur is you start to walk through the world differently. You start to be different in the world. And that is the point at which you become a gift in your own eyes, the gift that I have always seen you as, the gift that Gary sees you as, the gift that anybody who doesn't judge you sees you as, that you haven't been willing to see. And as that occurs, it changes your life. You get a totally different perspective on being alive. And you recognize that together we truly can change anything. And I mean anything, including the basis of current reality, to create and actualize something far greater for all of us. So, if you have a sense of being lighter than when we started, or more possibilities, like that's us. That's like, look at how quickly things are able to change. What if we keep being that space, that energy, that consciousness, and acknowledge us being that is truly having the effect of changing everything.